All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of Gar Capital. It is Monday, June 10th, 2024. Glad to be with you this morning. I did not do videos last week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, just the fact that it was kind of a weird week, weird tape. Oh, that's feedback from the YouTube. I had to get the link. Sorry for the feedback. So I didn't do the videos Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday just for the fact that it was rather redundant. I talked about that on our recap video I posted last night. So if you are a subscriber to YouTube, make sure to take a look at that video. It's for everybody, but so you don't miss anything, subscribe to the channel. Glad to be with you again. If you want access to our Discord live market blog, which is free, it is scrolling in the bottom. Appreciate your time as always. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures are down 71 points while the Nasdaq's down 45. S&P's down about 0.18%. Got the Russell down about 1%. I talked about that last night on the video as well. VIX is up 8% this morning, 1320 again, still really, really low. 105.32 on the dollar. That's up this morning. Talked about that last night. Yields are up again, 4.463. That will change one way or another this week. We have the Federal Reserve rate decision on Wednesday and also CPI on Wednesday. It's the first time since 2020 of June that we've had that. So it's going to be a busy week. Maybe a little different than what we had last week. Crude oil is bouncing 0.71%, 76 a barrel, $2.38 for gasoline futures. Gold is flat, 0.08%. Silver futures up 1.36%. Copper's up 1.45%. Hallelujah. Euro dollar is down 58 pips, 107.42. We had some elections in France. President Macron, hope I pronounced his name correctly. We're getting some kind of sell off in France regarding the elections. I assume what I've read was that his party did not hold as much seats as expected. So, the market does not like change, that's for sure. I don't know much about European politics, to be quite honest. But the euro dollar being down, obviously, not a good thing for the euro. So usually after elections, you usually retrace those moves. It just happens that way. So I'd expect them to bounce that. Probably the dollar gets weaker, and then we bounce on that. Dollar again, 15696. That's up 20 pips. Aussie dollar up about 8 pips. 127.10 for the pound dollar. That's down 15. The big mover being the euro, because the elections. Bitcoin is Flatsville, 69,605 on the future side. 36.93 on Ethereum, 0.44%. And there's your rundown. Good morning, everybody. Let's do it. All right, we got some questions. Let's see, Disney. All right. Good old Disney. Last I read about Disney was that they were investing, I want to say I have the figure correctly, 13 billion or 18 billion dollars in the theme parks, which I think is a good investment. As we know, Florida is growing. It's one of the stronger GDP growth states in the United States. A lot of people are coming to Florida. Property taxes going up. Central Florida is probably going to get a lot more attention. So if you're a homeowner in Florida, this is a good thing. Disney's investing in Florida and building another theme park. So what does that mean for the stock right now? Technically speaking, 99.50. I'm waiting for that level. Place the alert there. That's your gap fill. That's it. Now, once you get there, it's really not much to do there. The question is, do you get down to here to 97.62? Tough one here. If you really look at it, if there was some volume around that 98 level, 99 level, then I would probably play short here, if anything, because you're below the major moving averages of the 20, the 100, and the 50, and with the 200-day just right there waiting. So Disney, at least short term, looking like a short, but 99.50 has to hit first. That is your earnings gap from February. Nike. Nike, we traded last week, and we are just rejecting off the 50-day, the 100-day, excuse me. That was on Friday. It is rather flat. So the question remains, do we get back to this gap fill? Are we going on the road there to 99.85? I say we do. It's just got to clear above 97.06, which is about 66 cents away. Morning, can you do the AMD chart? AMD was just downgraded by Morgan Stanley. So it's down about $4 this morning. Let's go to a 4-hour to give us the pre-market price. And it's just consolidation, man. I had AMD calls expiring last week, expired worthless. Just dead money, really, since May 15th? Just been dead dead money almost for a month, guys. Um, Nvidia's getting all the love. So again, above 174.37. I like it for calls, but we're not there yet. And right here, 158.52 would be your support. I don't think this is tradable at this moment. So we need some kind of move to even look at AMD. And right now, I'm leaving it alone. Intel. Yep. Intel is flat. Same thing. Dead money really since April, since the earnings. It's been dead money since that earnings print, and it's just been chopping around since then. So we're just going to have to wait for a move there, get above 31.66. SMCI, a lot of chips here. You could see, oh boy, not looking great here as 700 is coming up as support. I want to see the 700 puts on SMCI. Maybe they'll get some volume there, maybe a little cheaper. We'll see. But again, if your name is not NVIDIA or Taiwan Semiconductor, pretty much not getting a lot of love in the semiconductor space. It's starting to get a little too top heavy. So maybe we have to pivot a little bit. I talked about that on the video on Sunday regarding Mr. NVIDIA. And I said this week, yes, I do expect us to pull back on NVIDIA. Now, granted, the Fed may change that or CPI, but at least with NVIDIA, we got the stock split. Welcome to 120.88. Get me below 116.62, please. And then we could target 105s, 110s. I want to short NVIDIA. The question is when? Let's see if we get something. Apple calls. Talked about that yesterday. We are up pre-market about 60 cents, 62 cents, let's call it. Right here, right around 198.10. That is going to be our red line of resistance, we'll call it. And it's make or break for Apple. We have the Worldwide Developer Conference. Expect the two letters that moves markets, A and I. So it's going to be a lot of AI talk. Remember, Apple is partnered with ChatGPT. I do have calls here, the 200s. We'll see if Apple goes. And if we get 40% ahead of the conference at 1 p.m., we'll take it. And if it doesn't, we'll see where we go from there, depending on where we are. If we get around 30%, that's fine too. Get the W on the board. We were 27% on Nike and Apple on Friday, and I didn't take it. So hopefully I get another crack at it. 197.50 again. We're pretty much 50 cents away or 60 cents away from target currently. We'll see if we get that nudge. Coin looking promising for calls. Coinbase will move because crypto will move due to the dollar. So let's take a look at it. All right, so we got some semblance of resistance. Let's call it this: break above 263.50. We go for the recent highs of 280. Might be a little pricey, but that's pretty much the best strategy we're going to get since we're pretty much kind of similar zone here of resistance. So we need to crack above that. And in order to do so, well, we need some good support in terms of macro. And that starts with the DXY, the dollar. If Bitcoin and Ethereum move higher, Coinbase will move higher as well. But we need to get above 263. Again, look, broke out of this channel here. Really since 218, this thing has moved and it's done well. It's just rather pricey. If Coinbase wants to do a stock split too, let us know. We'll see what we get. So that's where we are this morning. Again, a lot of the stuff I talked about for this morning is really what I talked about on the weekly video. So feel free to take a look at that. I kind of deep dive a little more into NVIDIA and why I'm looking to play a short there. So be on the lookout for that. But again, with the Fed coming up, things can change as well. So personally, I think we do get a pullback on NVIDIA, which will pull back the market, but maybe you see a little bit of rotation. So I'm not expecting the moon. I'm expecting just one word: rotation. That's it. Get out of these high flying tech semiconductors as maybe energy, oil stocks. Cross your fingers, pulls back, goes a little higher. We'll see. We'll see. And that's going to be the most important thing is the CPI and the Fed on Wednesday. I don't expect them to do anything, but there's always a risk. There's always a risk of anything changing what Powell says. He has a press conference at 2:30. So we're 2 days away there. I think the big focus today is going to be the Apple Developer Conference. All headlines will be posted on Twitter and, of course, on our live market blog. So we hope to see you there. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys on Live Market Blog. Cheers all.